Hey, what's up folks, xToonyG here, bringing you a review to the 2018 Belgium Grand Prix. So if you guys are going to enjoy this, be sure to demolish a like button, as it was a pretty crazy one coming off of a 3-week summer break. It wasn't the race that was just full of action. The whole summer break was too. Firstly, the double world champion Fernando Alonso announced his departure from F1 yet for next year, yet to be confirmed where he will be going for next year, most likely to be IndyCar to finish off the Indy 500 and then secure the Triple Crown. This meant there will be a seat open at the McLaren team. Daniel Ricciardo announced his departure from Red Bull as he moves to Renault on a 3-year deal alongside Nico Hulkenberg, which means Carlos Sainz Jr. is out at Renault. However, he has signed for McLaren, and Pierre Gasly has been given the call to move up to Red Bull for 2019 onwards. In other news, the uncertainty of the Sahara Force India team is no longer a thing, and neither is the team. They are now known as Racing Point Force India, and they have been bought out by Lawrence Stroll. Yep, Lawrence Stroll's father has bought out Force India. This meant that they have given up all their team points before. So the team points they had gathered before have all been taken away because they're basically now a new entry. I'll probably do a video on that at some point. However, after a wet Q3, they had the whole second row to themselves, with Hamilton on pole and Vettel alongside. So, yeah, that is what happened in qualifying. Just to clarify, the Ferraris had been really quick all weekend. They've been massively, really quicker than the Mercedes. So, you know, they was pretty much favourites for the win here, and also Monza next week. So what could possibly go wrong?
And it's lights out, and away we go here at Spa. Hamilton gets away well, Perez as well, covering his teammate. Hamilton moves over to cover on Sebastian Vettel, and there's locking up in a crash, and Fernando Alonso goes over the top there of Charles Leclerc's Sauber. Also involved Nico Hulkenberg in the Renault. Okay. He got hit from behind by Hulkenberg, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He gets a thump now, and spun around and cleared. Look at this mess that's made of the side of that McLaren. So what we're about to see is Hulkenberg get too deep on the brakes, locked up, and boom.
So Alonso was hit by a pretty much storm coming Hulkenberg, who didn't brake too early, well, early enough. So he looked to pull for tires and went straight in, and you know, even they were saying in the commentary that they all know the dangers of La Source and all what it brings with it on lap 1 compared to the rest of the weekend, and it was absolutely crazy. And just Leclerc was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that is why the halo is there. It is, you know, I remember back at the start of the season, everyone was complaining how ugly it looked, and I think that whole has now died down. However, everyone does know now, after that, what it was for. I think we saw something in GP2, not GP2, F2 earlier this year I think it might have been Spain. I can't exactly remember what happened. I know it was a crash. I don't know who it was with or anything, but I know there was a massive crash, and you know, there was marks obviously on the halo when, you know, everyone were like, oh yeah, you know, this is why the halo's there. But to be honest, what we saw on Sunday, what happened to Leclerc, they showed you on the rear on the camera shots near the end, that the whole kind of halo after it'd been scratched, and because the Sauber's halo is white, what was wrong with it? There were grey marks on it. So if the halo wasn't there, and we're thinking, you know, if this was last year or any time before, it would have killed him. So everyone, I think, will be very thankful now the halo's there, and I think they should die that down. It also did resemble 2012 when Grosjean went over Alonso. And with Robert Wickens and IndyCar crushing out for the rest of the season, it's been a pretty nuts 2018 so far, I think we can all gather. However, off the crush talk, the podium was Vettel in first, Hamilton in second, and Max Verstappen in third. Fun fact about Verstappen: his mum is Belgium. He was born in Belgium, but he carries a Dutch license. So Belgium is like a home track for him, you could say. Van Dorn last in every session. If you didn't see what happened in free practice 3. He ended up on the grass and spinning out because of Bottas, so Bottas complained saying he didn't see him. Obviously, no, I think what we could all gather really was he did see him, because he went and squeezed him more onto the grass. So he was handed a reprimand for that. Valtteri Bottas was, which in my opinion I think was completely unfair. You know, if it had been a Ferrari or any other car, I do believe that they would have been a bigger penalty. In my eyes, that should have been about race ban, because the Van Dorn were lucky. That was a really lucky thing for him. He had been last though, unfortunately, Van Dorn, in every practice session. He was last in qualifying, and I'm pretty sure he did finish, I think, last in the race. Also, FP1, Fernando wasn't taking part in. In the car was Lando Norris, the current, I think he's second in F2 right now. Well, he's really up there right now, and he's a McLaren Junior. So I think he's well in for Monza. I'm not too sure if he's in any others after. And just to look up there, Robert Kubica, he will be in a free practice session at Abu Dhabi, not before. So Abu Dhabi is going to be the last appearance of the year. Rumours will suggest that Lawrence is off to Force India, even before this year, the end of this year, replacing Ocon. Nothing's been confirmed, but I mean Ocon did an amazing job. Like if I was to give, I think, a driver of the day, it would be I think Esteban Ocon, because he legit. He just is a phenomenal qualifier. You could hear in his voice during team radio that he was gobsmacked. He generally couldn't believe he were P3. Perez obviously were P4 alongside, and unfortunately Ocon got a good start, Perez backing him, but because of what was going on for the lead, because obviously I think it was on the Camel Straight, I think they call it, Vettel had overtook, and Ocon got like a double slipstream and ended up like nearly going for the inside to take the lead. However, thought better of it, backed out a bit, and Perez overtook him around the outside, which meant Ocon I think was P6 and Perez P5. But a sensational one from Ocon. You wouldn't have expected it, I don't think. And the two didn't collide. Like that is what we want. That's what we want in F1. We don't want Perez and Ocon colliding like last year. But yeah, that is it. Next time out in Monza, I'm gonna be on holiday, so whether I'll be watching it or not, I still don't know myself. I think me and my dad are gonna, think about that. So you might not see a review for Monza quite some time. I think I'm going away for about 2 weeks, so by the time, and I'm not no tech, so on me when I'm there, so it's a shame. I'll actually go on Thursday, but so unfortunately I'm not doing a vlog. Like I said, I'll do the past 3 holidays, sorry. I just can't say I'm gonna try it. I haven't got tech, so to do it then. But I'll definitely, after the holiday, probably give you a little bit of a summary in one of my videos. But yeah, next up today, I'm probably as well going to release a video about what the best Mario Kart has ever been. It's not obviously including Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm classing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as Mario Kart 8, just including the battle mode and everything. So yeah, so theoretically it's only like 8 Mario Karts. This is not including Arcade GP. So thank you all though very much for watching. This has been xToonyG.